What do you think?
I think we're dead meat. Real dead meat.
You're dead meat!
Go ahead and laugh, you guys. If I ever find a little bastards that did this, they're dead meat.
Welcome to the Dead Meat Podcast, an extension of the YouTube channel Dead Meat. I'm James.
I'm Chelsea, and we're boyfriend and girlfriend, and we like to get scared together.
Hell yeah, we do.
Today, we're doing an interview, and that's why we're sitting all weird on the same side of the table. We're interviewing our very good friend, Richard Schaefer, who is a makeup artist, and he does makeup for Halloween Horror Nights, and just all kinds of other cool stuff that we're going to talk about. But I have burning questions about Horror Nights.
So many questions.
Mainly because I've never been to one.
Yeah.
And I'm very scared of them. So maybe this will help me overcome my fear of going to one. Maybe.
Yeah, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
Yes, you are the very first person on this podcast who's not James or Chelsea. So
I have my own questions that I wrote because I think I was mostly curious about what it's like to work Horror Nights because I have no idea what that process would be like because I imagine it would be really intense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really exhausting.
Yeah.
Like,
So why is it
super.
so tiring?
You usually start a shift around 2 o'clock and
AM?
PM.
Oh,
in the
okay.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 p.m. and then you end at usually around 4 a.m.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
A 14-hour day?
Yes.
What?
Holy
And
shit.
sometimes like when it gets closer to like Halloween, like that's like every day for a whole week. And then you get like usually 2 days off or 3 days off.
Just
Oh
sleep,
my God.
I imagine.
It's
Yeah.
like being a
Nonstop.
nurse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I have like no like social time.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
can't
That
hang
makes
out with my
sense.
friends.
Why? So why are you there for so long? Because I think maybe some people imagine, you show up, you put the makeup on, and then peace out.
Yeah, no. So usually like we'll go in and we'll just sit around and wait and like prep our table and just hang out. And then performers start coming in and then we start doing makeup on them. That usually lasts about 3 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And like once we're done with that, we go to our designated mazes and we just sit there for like for 10 hours.
Is that to do touch-ups or anything that might arise
Yes.
with your needs?
Or
Yeah.
if like a mask breaks, we'll be there to fix it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And
Where are you hiding in the maze?
I was located at the Titans of Terror maze.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really fun.
That was with Jason, Freddy, Leatherface.
Oh shit.
why
I was
didn't I
like, cool. I
remember?
don't know if I'll have to edit clips in this one, but no, you have so much good footage of those mazes.
Yeah, I
I'll
got
put
some
some
good
clips
footage of those
in.
mazes, yeah.
It was a good one.
How many years have you done it?
This was my first year.
Okay. Oh, that was
Yeah.
your first year doing
Yeah.
it? Okay. And so, yeah, you were working there the same year that I went and made a video there. So all the mazes that you'll talk about are...
We
things
have
that
was
are-
there.
a lot
Yeah.
of video
I was
of,
hiding
yeah.
behind you.
Where,
And you were at
yeah.
the Titans of Terror maze?
So where were
Yeah.
you hiding in the maze? I
I
wonder if we
was-
have footage and we can put a little arrow.
Oh my
like-
God.
That'd be great.
There's the part where Freddy is inside the baby carriage.
I
and
do
he
remember
pops
that, and he pops out, yeah.
I was literally like in the room next to that.
Oh, cool.
In like an open space. It was the worst because sometimes people would like come around the corner to like our exit, like where we would be sitting, and like we like people would just like open the curtain and we'd just be sitting there and I'd be like watching a video curled up in a ball or like eating food and just staring at guests.
Like, is this part of it?
yeah, right?
Yeah, they just took a wrong turn.
yeah.
Yeah, because was that right after the Freddy worm eating the...
It was like before that.
Oh, it was before that? Okay.
Yeah,
I
that
remember
was
the
the
baby
worst. That was
carriage.
so scary.
The worm?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
And like sometimes the smell from that room would like waft into our area.
Why did it smell? Did they pipe in
They,
smell?
like, yeah, they pipe
Ooh,
in smells. and
okay.
they're nasty.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't want it to smell nice.
No, I mean,
not like Disney.
true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or it smells like sugar cookies or whatever they
right.
pipe in.
No, it smells like just shit
Yeah.
and burning flesh.
Oh my God. So like, when you get a job there, do you pick where you want to work or do they assign you?
No, they assign you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can either go to different mazes or you can also stay at Scare Base where you're just there in case like actors come in late or if somebody like needs to go home early, you're there to like remove a prosthetic or
Oh, that's cool.
like make up for them.
Scare
Yeah.
Base sounds awesome.
does sound
Yeah,
awesome.
I want to go to
it's
Scare Base.
lit.
Where is that
It's
at, geographically wise, in the park?
It's actually underneath. It's in the Curious George parking structure.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Curious George or Jurassic Park. I can't remember.
Jurassic
but
Parking?
It's like literally at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
like
How
the
far
last
is that
floor.
from the park itself then? Because is it a situation where like you have to make sure actors get back without people seeing them? Or do they
Are there
have...
tunnels? Are there secret tunnels?
There's no tunnels.
Like Disney?
I didn't go through any tunnels. We did go on like little shuttle vans and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, the guests couldn't really see us, and a lot of the actors had to get in a van in order to get from point A to point B.
Okay. Got
And
it.
then they would get dressed at their maze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, someone asked a question I was very curious about.
Tell me.
At Bree Newbie asked why the actors playing Jack Torrance in The Shining had prosthetic foreheads, but only in Orlando. Here they had like crazy masks.
Oh, yeah. We had full silicone masks. I know nothing about Orlando.
Okay.
'Cause It's a
Okay.
completely separate company that does their effects.
Oh, wow.
But
They don't
yeah.
even use the same company. It's just completely separate.
Yeah, completely
Oh,
separate.
that makes
Can you say the company that you work for?
Yeah, I worked for McGee Effects.
Okay.
And I think the masks were made by Immortal Masks, which is
That sounds so familiar.
yeah.
I feel like we've met them.
We've
at a-
probably
they're
seen 'em at
incredible.
cons.
Yeah.
They're incredible.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I
that
didn't know that
makes
they had
sense.
foreheads, only foreheads.
Yeah, I was watching videos because someone I think our friend Patrick told me to watch the one from Orlando because the maze itself, he said, was cooler. So, and it was really neat because they actually had the elevator with the blood coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow
The
they did
screen.
it, yeah, instead of like just a
Whoa.
screen.
Yeah.
But then the actors playing Jack have this forehead that's like it's
I need
very
to see
weird. Yeah,
this.
I'll show it to you.
I want to
So
see
I was
this.
also curious why there was such a difference, but that makes sense even if it just being different companies.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Okay.
The-
Mystery
I want to see
solved.
this.
The Jack Torrance masks were creepy.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
They
guess
were
it was
really scary.
just so that they would all look the same. Right?
Yes. Yeah. And I think what made them extra creepy is that their eyes were a little hollowed out because it was a mask.
Yeah.
So they just kind of like empty eyes.
Yeah, it was just like blank stares
Yeah.
out of cavernous holes.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Titans of Terror maze in the Waterworld set?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
The
was it
coolest
really?
thing was standing in line for it and being up close to the
Yeah.
Waterworld set and being able to like talk.
And the like dead shark. Yeah, it was super cool.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
real up close and
man,
personal.
this
It was
is
great.
the stuff that makes me want to do it because
You have to.
I know,
Yeah.
because here's the thing is I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I hate being startled. I like being scared. I like being creeped out, but I hate the physical sensation of a jump.
Yes.
And, it's, like,
And
being
waiting for it to
startled.
happen.
Yeah.
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 But I just want to see all this stuff up close. I want to look at all the sets
It's
and
so cool.
makeup
I think,
and
I
stuff.
think I'll convince her to do this.
I think I
Yeah.
will, especially since I was watching the tram video and I was like, I could do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, the tram was like I think the easiest one.
That's what it
'Cause
seemed
I
like.
don't like getting startled either.
Yeah.
I'm the same
Yeah.
as you, but oh my god, I would like go through the maze to like check it out to make sure that everything like, looks okay and if any of the masks have tears or anything that I can see.
Yeah.
And it was just so scary at the
Yeah.
time. Like
So
oh my
so
God.
yeah, would you do it? Would you go through the maze like by yourself or with other employees before hours, like before the guests showed up?
No, I'd go through with guests.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I would just like hop in and sometimes like the actors would come with me.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really fun. Yeah. And if they knew that it was me, sometimes they'd like grab me or like
Oh yeah,
yeah,
You
or
can't
like
do that to your
softly
guests.
hug me. It was really funny.
Did you just go through your own maze, or did you also take the opportunity to check out the other mazes there?
Yeah, I'd go through other mazes every now and then if I had time, but I'd have to do it on my lunch break.
Oh, like your own personal time?
yes.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
Makes sense.
What was another one you liked from last year?
Oh my gosh, I love The Shining.
Yeah.
A lot. Just visually, it was really
That was one
really
where I
well
was
done.
like, I'm so tempted to go. That one almost got me to go because it just looked so beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, it was really pretty.
Like they had the bathroom all the right colors and everything, like that
Yeah.
nasty purple and green. Oh man.
It was really good.
Yeah.
And they had like smells in it, like the bathtub ghost or
Yeah,
whatever. Oh my gosh, it smelled like vomit and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so gross.
A lot of piped in shit smells.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Love shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Oh man. Have you heard about the rumored themes this year?
I actually haven't.
Well, they've confirmed
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I think they confirmed Trick or Treat too.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I
Yeah.
love Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Sam. Oh.
Yeah.
I just love Sam. Like it's gonna be
Little baby.
I know he's so cute. It's gonna
He's
be
so
so
cute.
hard for me to go through and not just want to
Like,
hug
hug
Sam.
him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But rumored involve like The Thing, which is my personal favorite horror
Okay.
movie, like John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
and I
It
think.
is a rumored one.
Oh, yeah. It's about time.
And-
Right.
Like
Yeah.
it needs to happen.
Yeah, that'd be so good.
No, I just want to go. I want to be Beverly in it.
Oh my god, please.
I'm
Please.
thinking about auditioning.
You
just to
should.
do it. Yeah.
Oh, for Halloween Horror Nights?
yeah.
You should.
Book it. Life's
Yeah.
short. I
Yeah.
want to be in a haunted house. When I was in college, this is such a dumb story. When I was in college, my roommate and I, it was June, and it was just like we had a day off. We're living on campus during the summer, and we were
Okay.
talking about how we both always have wanted to work in a haunted house, and we're like, let's just call haunted houses and see if they're already hiring. And people picked up, like these companies picked up, like
Oh my God.
fucking Erebus in Pontiac.
yeah.
So we were calling those places, and they were like, oh, we're not hiring yet, but thanks for your enthusiasm. We cold called so many places. None of them wanted to hire us.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, time to go to
I know, it's
Universal.
time to do it.
Do it. It's so fun. I mean, it's like really taxing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
What was your experience with makeup before doing Halloween Horror Nights, if that was your first year? 'Cause,
Yeah.
don't you have a lot of experience doing like makeup effects and stuff prior to that?
Yeah, I actually just I had just finished makeup school when I got the job.
Cool.
I actually got the job through my makeup school. I found out about the job through them.
Where'd you go to makeup school?
Cinema makeup school.
Okay, I feel like
Yeah.
that's a big one.
Yeah.
Is that here in Los Angeles, right?
Yes,
yeah.
it is in Koreatown.
Yeah, in Koreatown. Nice.
Yeah, it was good, and they taught me a lot. I've definitely been more like interested in beauty. Like effects came a little bit later in my life. Like came into my life later.
What are some skills that, so by beauty you mean like just like makeup and less like movie effects, right?
Yes.
But what skills do you think were transferable from like all the stuff that you learned as far as like beauty applications of makeup to like creature or effects application?
I guess like I learned a lot about like placement, contouring to the face, and like applying that to like a creature. I don't know, like giving a creature more depth.
So
And
by
I just
placement,
like
you
applied.
mean like actual placement on the
Like
Yeah.
the
like
face?
anatomy and stuff. 'Cause
Yeah,
we had a
I
few
guess.
questions on here where people
I never
asked
thought
like
about
what's
this.
yeah.
I just do it and I'm
Yeah,
really good
Just
at it.
do it.
But yeah, people were asking, what's the hardest part of designing, something original where it's not anything that exists. You don't have a reference
yeah.
for it.
I don't know. Less is more, definitely. I don't know. Like forcing yourself to pull back, because I know I always want to like be over the top with like blood or cuts and all that stuff, but you can't, because then you'll like lose all the detailing.
Do you have any looks where you had a really cool idea, but it turned out super weird? Like, do you have any?
Like disaster stories.
I was gonna say, I
or-
hate to say like makeup fails, but do you
Yeah.
have any?
Oh, for sure. Oh my gosh. I worked with silicone recently and like trying to make my face look burned, and it just looked really bad.
Oh,
Like
no.
I just looked like I had oatmeal all over my face and tried to cover it with makeup. Yeah.
So that'd be, if you're trying to do a Freddy Krueger type look, is it
Yes.
actually really hard?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it just depends on what products you're using.
Sure.
Yeah, and experimenting is good too.
So
but-
what's a good product so if someone's kind of a beginner and they want to just maybe get some stuff that's affordable just to mess around with? What's
Yeah.
material that's kind of easy to work with.
Oh, I think there's actually a specific question. Yeah, actually, Allie at Bumblebee_Bud asks, what should a horror makeup starter kit contain?
Ooh, okay.
In the same line of that question.
Yes. Definitely liquid latex. I think
Okay.
that's always really good. You can like put liquid latex on top of cotton and like build it up to look like a creature. Wax is also really good.
Just
So,
like any type of wax or
There's a specific, I think it's called Scar Wax, and Mayron and Ben Nye carry it, and you can like make cuts out of it super easily, and it can blend out on your skin. It's not good for like long wear, but it's good to mess around with.
why
Okay.
will it like melt off because it's wax?
Yeah, it might
Kinda?
peel off your skin because your skin is like warm and has oils. It'll just slide off eventually.
Yeah. Liquid latex is how I made all the ball caps and stuff for when we cosplayed Pennywise.
Yeah.
Liquid latex is amazing.
It's insane.
It's so fun to work with. It smells weird.
Yeah, it smells
but
like fish.
It does.
It's
It
disgusting.
It's really nasty. Here, I want to go grab some. I'm going to make you sniff it.
What?
And we're back. I have liquid latex right here. And I
Yes.
just want James to smell it.
This looks like a bottle that you would pour into your engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Do you love it? Do you love it?
Oh.
Oh, he kind of likes it.
I don't
think.
hate it.
Oh.
I don't.
You know what? I wonder if it's a association thing because now to me it smells like Halloween.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
sure.
get the fish scent that y'all are talking about. It kind of smells like. There it is.
They're crept up on
I gotta
you.
smell just to check. Yeah. Don't huff liquid latex.
Don't.
Even if
Liquid
I'm pretty
latex.
sure it's like fine.
Don't do it.
Don't huff it.
Don't huff anything coming out of the bottle. Don't do
Oh
it.
my
I just-
God.
But yeah, this I think this bottle was like $7, maybe less
Yeah,
than
it's
that.
not
It's
bad.
cheap, and you can do all kinds of fun stuff. With
Yeah, you can do like bald caps, old age too, which I love doing with that. Like you literally like stretch your skin, pat it on, and then dry it, put some more on, dry it, put some more on, just keep building it up as much as you want and then let go. And then the skin will like naturally like ripple.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, because for anyone who hasn't dealt with it, I never did before you started making your own bald caps, but it's literally like a glue.
Yeah.
It's like a thin layer of glue that you like wipe on, and then it dries pretty quickly, right? That first layer.
Yeah.
And then you just apply another layer, and it builds up thicker and thicker, and to the point where, like, with what you were doing, we had an actual bald cap that you made from scratch.
And it's super stretchy. Yeah.
I've accidentally gotten some in my hair to the point
Oh,
where it's
no.
like, well, I'm gonna cut this out of my hair now.
Yeah, done that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not
so you said liquid latex and that wax.
Yes.
What else could go into a starter kit for horror makeup?
Blood?
Blood.
Definitely.
Just
You should
actual
have
blood?
blood. Yeah,
Just-
you can like make real blood.
Yeah, cut
it's
your
just
finger.
cut your-
fill them
yeah.
out.
It's super cute.
What do you
Love
think
it.
the best way of making fake blood is? Is it the classic
oh my
corn syrup
God.
that you always hear about? Or...
Yeah, that's helpful. I've made one with soap before and I really like it. It
Oh.
like doesn't bead up on my skin. A lot of issues that I have with like corn syrup based blood is that it beads up on like oil based
Oh, I see.
bases.
Looks dewy, kind of.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
real gross.
Okay.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Yeah. I get blood from like Tinsley, which is a really cool makeup company. They do like transfers, like scar transfers.
Just like pre-made fake blood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I like it pre-made.
what do you think is the thing to look for when like you're trying to get the color of blood? Because I feel like we've watched a lot of horror movies in this house, and there's been a lot of variation of the colors of the fake blood
Yes.
used, and sometimes it looks too bright or pink. And what would you say is the thing to strive for when you're making fake blood?
I personally like more warm tone bloods, like orange based, but
Okay.
I think cool tone bloods are good too. I feel like I'm talking about foundation. I
Can
just
you
like
think
warm
of a
tone bloods.
movie off the top of your head that's like this nailed it for me?
Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, the
'Cause
Tim
it's
Burton
just
one.
so like bright red.
Yeah.
And just like fake. I just
Yeah.
love it. Like, I don't know.
haven't seen that movie yet.
Depends on like the aesthetic of the movie for
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Sweeney Todd, he did
Yes.
that too, where it's kind of orangey. I liked that a lot. It
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
looked like paint.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally paint.
And that'll make a huge difference in the tone of the horror movie because like right now I'm covering the Saw movies and those have that very realistic dark blood and
Yeah.
it turns a kill from like being a fun like thing you can laugh at to like a horrifying oh my god
Yeah.
it looks so realistic.
It might have been an interview with someone on Saw, but they were saying they added, like you said, it has like cool tones. So when you add blue coloring to blood, that's what kind of I think makes it look a little more realistic, maybe.
Yeah.
At Anthony Effect 89 asks, "What's the hardest makeup effect you've had to do? Like, is there anything that's been super difficult?"
Actually, I did Grinchmas for Universal as well.
Oh.
And yeah,
We love
and
Grinchmas.
it's so fun.
Yeah.
But I did the prosthetic noses for that as well.
For the Who's?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was so hard to do, to make it look like a extension of their own like body, of their own face.
So what goes into that? Because I've always wondered, because you posted pictures when you were working on it, and it's
Yeah.
so crazy how it just looks seamless. It just looks like it grew out of their face, and
Yeah.
it's so hard to do
Yeah,
that.
how much prosthetic is around their face? Is it just the tip of the nose or does it extend over the cheeks?
It
or-
extends usually like onto like the cheek a little bit. It depends on the nose. Because some of like the male Who's, they're larger, but the female Who's are like a lot smaller. And then Martha May only has like a tiny little like dot right here.
Yeah.
And like a huge lip prosthetic. Yeah, it was super hard. It's a lot of color correcting, and we had to like spatter on different colors of alcohol paint in order to make it blend in with the rest of their skin. Yeah, that was super hard, and not being able to like cover it with blood or like
Yeah, that makes it
scarring.
easier.
Yeah.
So the color matching was the most difficult part of that process?
Yeah, and just
Okay.
making it look natural.
And
altogether.
what's an alcohol based paint?
Oh, sorry. Alcohol paint is like alcohol-based paints, basically, and they can't come off with anything except for alcohol. 99% alcohol. So
Oh,
they're
wow.
like stuck to your skin, basically.
okay.
Yeah.
So it won't smear or anything like that?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
and you can thin them out a lot to make them super like translucent or super opaque. Yeah, they're good to work with.
Yeah.
That's another thing to add to your kit.
Yeah,
For sure.
That's what I painted my Pennywise head with, so I'd never have to repaint it.
Yeah,
'Cause
you're
it's just
good.
on there.
What are the downsides of alcohol paint? Are there any or too permanent?
You can't use them around the eyes because they'll make your
Fumes
eyes.
and stuff? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
and they're very drying. But they don't move at all. They're stuck on your face. They don't need
Okay.
a lot of touching up either.
So they're good for body paint. If someone's doing a full body paint, is that
Yeah.
like maybe the best option?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what people use in the spray guns? Like I'm just thinking of like Mystique
Yeah.
from X-Men. Would that have been like an alcohol? paint?
Maybe I don't know what they used on her, but
Okay.
they definitely used something that's like as durable as alcohol paint. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can run it through an airbrush,
Okay.
and it's pretty easy to work with.
Yeah, it won't be like a grease paint or some
Yes.
shit like that. Oh
Yucky.
man, yeah, we used grease paint for our Pennywise costumes, and it was just like melting.
We just,
everywhere.
yeah, the first time we did it, oh my, it was disgusting. By the end of the
mess.
night, we looked like plates that someone ate birthday cake off
my
of. You know, where
God.
it's like kind of smeared
Yes.
colors and
Yeah.
shit.
Yes.
And then I realized that if you just pack on baby powder, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
So that's what we did.
That's a
next
drag
time.
queen trick. You like stuff
I
baby
learned it
powder
from a
into
drag queen on
yes, yes, into a baby sock. Is that what you did it in?
No, I used a brush, but
Oh my
that's
gosh.
also an amazing
Baby
idea.
Yeah, they put it in like a baby sock and they just smack. That's like what beating your face comes from. Because you're like beating your face with a
Okay.
baby sock filled with baby powder.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's so gross.
Our friend Jackson, friend of the pod, asks, which movie or franchise would you most want to be incorporated into Horror Nights? Like dream haunted house tour.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that like you could work on and do stuff for.
I never thought about this. Well, I think it would be so amazing.
Yeah.
If they do it, I hope that I'm a part of it.
Like, would you want to do Pennywise makeup?
Oh my god, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Or the kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be
Oh my
so
God.
cool.
I would love for you to do my Pennywise makeup one day.
Oh my god.
Just because like I have a giant head prosthetic. I would
Yours
love
looks
to.
so good.
Thank you. I would
both of
just
you
love
guys.
to see you apply it because it's again like I'm sure is the issue with the Grinch noses, it has an edge because it's a prosthetic, and it's so hard to blend those and make it look like it's part of your face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tricky.
Yeah.
I use a lot of Prozaid when I'm like,
Yeah.
on the edges.
Which
I'll
is
just
like a
like
glue.
load it up.
Yeah.
With the stipple.
Oh, Emma Grace asks, is there a creature or monster look that you haven't tackled yet that you'd really like to try?
I want to do Medusa really badly,
Oh.
like a really good Medusa.
Like
I don't
with
know.
snake hair and everything.
Yeah, and I want to make her face like super snake-like too. Like lose the bridge of my nose, and I don't know.
How would you go about doing that?
Prosthetics for sure.
That would just like, like match the.
They would, like-
forehead to the-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. It's weird how sometimes by adding layers, it looks like there's less on your face because it's an
Yeah.
optical illusion.
Yeah. Does it just like flatten it out? in that
Yeah.
way? Okay.
It would like flatten out like definitely my forehead to my nose. And then I would probably want like the slit nose too, like the nostrils.
You ever do any
Planning.
werewolf stuff?
I want to. I've
stuff?
never done wolf stuff.
Because that would involve hair.
Yeah.
And I imagine that's a whole nother
I
challenge.
hate hair.
Yeah.
So much. I hate touching hair. Like, yeah, I'm avoiding it.
Yeah.
But I know I'm going to have to end up doing it
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
What is, you just don't like the texture? Or
Yeah.
Is
Is it like a
weird.
personal thing? Of just,
Yes. Yeah. I hate touching hair so much.
Yeah. At Wazoo92 asks, is it a rewarding job or is it sometimes frustrating when most of your work gets wiped away at the end of the day? It's like building a sandcastle.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's super rewarding. I made a lot of friends through it, like lifelong friends. Yeah, it was definitely rewarding.
Yeah.
But it was kind of sad, like seeing like actors just like wipe their makeup off.
Yeah,
for sure.
especially because for them it might be more of like a inconvenience or just like
Yes.
annoying part of their job is to have to wear this stuff, whereas for you it is your job and like a chance at like some creative expression. They're just like at the end of the day, fuck, finally.
Right. Yeah. It sucked. I would like paint Freddy arms a lot. Like, and it was 2D, so I couldn't do any like latex or silicone on them. So I would have to like paint it on with airbrush paints just by hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And sometimes they'd be like really good.
Yeah.
And then they would just die by the end of the night. Yeah.
But I guess every day you have a chance to like one up yourself.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I did. It was good.
Yeah. How would you say that your skills change from the beginning of the season to the end? Do you think you learned a lot from that 1 year on the job?
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I was so much better like the day that I ended. Like my stuff looked so much better. My blending was like way better. I was really good at like all the shining makeups. Like frozen jack hands were my favorite.
Ooh.
Because I had to do like frostbite and then like sprinkle snow on top of them. Yeah, it
Was
really fun.
was the frostbite another just 2D thing, or would there be any kind of
Yeah, it was
latex
2D.
Okay.
Wow, I'm surprised at how much of it I'm learning is 2D because you can't tell.
Pretty much all of it was 2D.
Wow.
There were some people that would do prosthetics on like the red-headed ghost in the Insidious maze, and
Okay.
like yeah, there were some. Yeah, a lot of the prosthetics were in the Terror Tram too, with like ripped off like jaws and that stuff. But most of it was 2D because they'd wear masks, and we'd have to blend it to their neck and their hands, and sometimes their legs too.
And was that just a matter of like simplicity? It was faster and easier to do a 2D thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And they like, I don't know, they definitely damaged or like use their hands a lot. So it would damage like any prosthetics used
That makes sense.
for sure.
Do the employees there who are scare actors have a shower at work? How do they
Oh yeah.
get
Yeah.
undressed? You know?
They have like a little area where like they have like dressing rooms in Scare Base for them. And then they could get dressed at their maze as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know about showers.
Yeah. Like, do they
Yeah.
have to drive home in that makeup?
Yeah. Oh, wait, we'd remove it from them.
Okay.
Sometimes they'd remove it themselves. Most of the time they were like forced to remove it because they can't like leave the park with like makeup on,
Yeah.
even though it's like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the worst because there were the pig boys from American Horror Story.
Okay.
And they wore the pig heads and they were naked and they were covered in like dirt and like blood. But the blood was like not coming off. It was very tacky. And like we would just sit there with these naked boys, like covering them and rubbing them in what's it called? Mirror State. and just trying to remove this blood for like hours.
Oh God, because they can't leave and go take a shower or something at home.
Oh, that
And
sucks.
they
Man.
hated, I felt so bad for them. And it would
Yeah.
just be like 4 girls to 1 boy just sitting there pouring oil on them, just like half asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's at the end of the day. At the end
Yes,
of the night.
and we're all dead, and they're
They just wanna
dead because
go
they've been.
home.
Yeah, it was the
Man.
worst.
Amanda Ocasio asks, what kind of research goes into creating and experimenting to make an effect that's like unique to you? You know, something you've designed. Do you do research at all, or do you just kind of?
I don't know.
Do you have like a Pinterest that you pin?
Yes,
things that
actually I
inspire
do.
you? Yeah.
I have like a whole Pinterest board dedicated to bruises.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Because there's a lot of freaks on Pinterest posting their bruises for
Like
people,
real bruises?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
just
actual
for reference
bruises.
pictures and stuff?
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
It's so helpful.
So what goes into making a bruise? Is it just the matter of the colors and paints?
I don't know. It depends on like the kind of bruise and like how long it's been there on the body, because
Yeah.
sometimes they're just like yellow blobs, or they're fresh and they're like red and purple and black. So yeah, I don't know. It depends
Oh
on
my
like.
God. I
when
love
you got
that.
it.
Like, yeah. I didn't think about that. I'm sure a lot of horror artists have reference folders of like really fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have to, you know.
For sure. I follow Miss and Jemmy on. Do you follow her? She's a I forgot what she does, but she just posts pictures of like bodies after accidents.
Oh my
and
God, for
they're
reference and
really
stuff?
gory. Yeah,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
like my saved folder on Instagram is like princesses, mermaids, and then like a man that was like ejected onto a freeway sign. Yeah.
I hope no makeup artist ever gets under suspicion of a crime. Cause
I know.
Right.
The FBI is on your ass,
Right?
Richard, if
Yeah.
anything happens.
Fuck.
if I ever die in a brutal accident, I give all makeup artists full permission to
Thank you
use
so
my
much.
mangled
Very nice of
corpse
you,
as
honey.
inspiration. Yeah.
I'm not sure how I would feel about that.
No, I
but-
want, you know, like
You're gonna be
it's
the one
something
calling me.
good.
Yeah, like, hey, Richard, I'm sure you heard about the tragedy, but bright side, got a reference for you.
She's here.
So along the same lines, Audrey Elise asks, which is more important / used more often, an anatomical portrayal of a wound or a more grotesque portrayal? And what do you prefer to do?
I prefer grotesque because I can just like fuck it up,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
you can't really tell.
Less pressure.
There's a lot less pressure. I don't know. I think it just depends on what the project is.
So
like,
for
and
like
what it calls
horror
for.
nights, is that going to be going for the more stylized, grotesque?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like a guest could see it in like an instant,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like very obvious that it's a wound because it's also dark inside there, so you can't really see a lot.
Okay.
So like the brighter the better. Like a lot of these makeups, a lot of the artists had trouble like not pulling back and making it look realistic. Like we had to make it very like a haunted house makeup. Like it
Yeah.
had to be like super dramatic and crazy.
It's kind of like, it reminds me of the difference between a movie makeup and stage makeup, because stage makeup you have to see from the back of the house.
It was basically stage makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of the masks were very like vibrant and yeah.
So if you
could
look
see
at
it.
them in normal light, they look really weird.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I just want to walk through one of these with the lights on. They
I
do it in
know.
Orlando.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why they don't do it out here, but in Orlando, you can pay extra to walk through and not have anyone scare you, which I appreciate very much.
That sounds like fun.
I know. I
Yeah.
really want to.
I like that.
Yeah.
How many makeup artists are there per maze? Like in the Titans of Terror maze, how many makeup artists were there, I guess, on shift at any one point?
There were 2 of us at my maze. There were pretty much just 2 people per maze.
Oh, wow, that's it.
Oh my
yeah, but
God.
sometimes there were 3. It depended on like how big the maze was. I think Terror Tram actually had a couple more.
Well, that's a
maybe
whole,
4.
yeah, that's sprawling.
Yes.
Yeah, has a whole lot of different zones. But I
Yeah.
expected a bigger team. Of
Yeah.
makeup
Yeah.
artists per maze.
There is a pretty big team, but a lot of them stay back at Scare Base
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's like floaters too who would go from like different mazes.
So wait, so on the Terror Tram, did you work only on Freddy, or did you work on other stuff in there?
I worked on like everyone.
You
So,
did?
like,
Okay.
Yeah, so it was they were pretty like, I don't know. They like knew their shit, so they didn't really come to us unless they had like a big issue.
The scare
or-
actors you're talking
Yes,
about? Okay.
yeah.
Which is hilarious because it's the Titans of Terror. I just imagine actual Freddy and actual Leatherface being like, no, we know what we're doing. It's
Right.
fine. We've been around for a while.
My favorite, Leatherface had hair, and sometimes I'd have to get bobby pins and pull his hair back and like pin his hair for him. Yeah, so it doesn't get in his eyes.
You know what, though? I think out of anyone, Leatherface would really like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because he
Yeah.
puts on makeup and stuff, and he just wants to be beautiful, you
He
guys.
was a cute little boy.
I love Leatherface. I love the Texas Chainsaw Family. It's one of my favorite
too.
movies. Like in the video, I didn't realize it on the tour. The whole family's there, and they're telling Grandpa like he's the best at killing, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck! I just want to go through this."
Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Yeah, it was
Really
so
cheering him on.
scary.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, and this is from at Steak. They asked, "What's the longest makeup session that you've done, and what character were you kind of trying to do?" So, I guess either Horror Nights or just any look you've done. What's taken the longest? Because I'm imagining really long if Horror Nights is 3 hours, you know, and that's
Yeah.
trying to like, let's make this efficient. We're a theme park, you know?
Yeah. I was mostly 2D makeup, so I guess the longest we had a Freddy that was in a there were two Freddys. There was one that was dressed as like a grandma, and then one that was like a medical or he was a like a medical patient, and he was just wearing like a hospital gown.
Were these both as part of the terror tram?
Yes.
By the downed plane?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were like running around, and I'd have to like paint their arms and legs, and that took forever because it was by hand and not airbrushed. And I had to do like all the scars and burns and
Oh, wow.
Holy
How long were
shit.
they in that chair for?
those were actually pretty quick, maybe 20 minutes.
Oh, holy
but
shit.
it just took forever. Because
Yeah.
like I started off doing hands, and it took me about like 2 minutes, but I ended up being able to do it in like maybe like less than a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I was really
Holy
fast.
shit.
Like a lot of us had to be super fast because it was like pretty much like a conveyor belt. Like we were just getting thrown.
Yeah. Oh, and so
people
that's why you have
nonstop.
makeup for a few hours, is because you're doing like a bunch of people. Like,
Yes.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not 3 hours for a person. So who do you? I'm curious who you think, just from being around actors and stuff at Horror Nights, which actors? I know you talked about the American Horror Story Pig Boys, but are there any other actors or roles that you think just have like they get the worst break?
There was the mother from the Insidious maze, and she would just stand there and just be like, "Don't you dare!" And then she'd come back. Like she just kept doing that all day. She had a hard time. I guess like I didn't see it happen, but she'd get groped a lot. Like a lot of people would like grab her like chest or even like
What?
her crotch. Yeah.
What?
Wait,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm not familiar because I haven't
Why?
seen Insidious
I
because I'm
haven't
scared
either.
of it. Is it like a sexy lady, or is it just so
No,
long?
she's really scary. I mean, the actresses were beautiful. It was like a really pretty like makeup look.
Yeah.
But no, she was just completely covered in like a white like 20s dress. It wasn't
Oh,
sexy
that-
or anything.
What's wrong with people?
Yeah, how was that happen?
What a weird
What?
compulsion.
I have no idea. I mean, they'd always get kicked out because of it.
Of the
Because
park?
there's like security watching 24/7 in these
Yeah.
mazes.
Yeah, they're like hiding out in the shadows.
Yeah,
you
that-
round
and
a
there's,
corner
like-
and see someone standing there watching. It's
Oh
like,
my God, those people scare me the most
Yeah.
all the time. Like always scare me. But yeah, there's like a whole room usually with just security cameras, and there's a person that's like supposed to just sit there and watch these security cameras and watch guests walk
Is it
through.
like every corner of the mazes are kind
yeah,
of being watched?
in every room actually.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
so crazy.
Yeah,
What a random like character though for that to be an issue with.
right.
Yeah.
It was super weird.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of like the female characters had issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've also heard, I don't know if this is anything you've encountered, but I've heard of the phenomenon of people going through haunted houses because it's a bit of a fetish for them, or they get like turned on by it and like want to be
Of course.
touched by actors and
Oh,
stuff.
but they're going the wrong place because the actors aren't supposed to touch the guest.
Yeah.
right?
That is crazy.
yeah, but
I mean,
like,
it
of
makes
course,
sense.
That makes so much sense.
Break the rules and touch me, Freddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is that supposed to be me?
It's. Oh my
Freddy in his
God.
weird hospital gown.
Oh my God. Yes.
I have a question personalized to me. How annoying is it when people go through the houses and they're filming Because obviously I did that to make a video, but like I also noticed a ton of people just had like their phones up and were recording the whole thing, and like I was making, I was working, I was making art, but I know a lot of these people are just doing it to like show their friends later. And like, is that something that the scare actors talk about, like fucking people on their phones?
No, I didn't hear that. No, I don't think that was much of an issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like sometimes like people would like shine flashlights, like the flashlight on their phone, like into the like hide, like the little places that they'd hide.
Yeah, but
which is annoying.
Yeah,
because like they're dark
obviously
for a reason to hide things.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was an issue, but I don't. Yeah, not so much filming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know I'm not that hated.
Yeah.
then.
Good job.
Yes.
Yeah.
have you been to the auditions for actors? Like, do you know what that's like or not?
No, but I heard that they're wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they have to like walk around like a cone and pretend to be a zombie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah. crawling
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, and people get super into it. A lot of like the actors there are like theater kids. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good place for them to go.
Yeah, I tried
Yeah.
being an actor for about a year once, and I did go to an audition for like a haunted house creature thing.
Okay.
And yeah, part of it was like go from this side of the room to that side of the room in the creepiest way you can. It was just like, and it was just like you just gotta throw all sense of shame out the
Yeah.
window.
Yeah.
There's like 30 people watching you, but like just fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my, I couldn't do it. I'm shy.
So if someone is maybe interested in getting into makeup and going to school, what's something they should know before they apply, or maybe what's something they should teach themselves or kind of know going in before they really commit to doing something like that?
Oh my gosh, I don't know, just practice, like watch YouTube tutorials. I think that helped me a lot with effects because I went in mostly knowing beauty only. And I think it would have helped a lot more if I had practiced with special effects. It definitely does give you like an advantage in classes.
Is there anything that a person studying to do effects might come across online that you would warn them to maybe not do?
Yes. Gluing things to objects to your face. Definitely don't do that unless it's like made out of foam or something soft that looks like the object that you want to glue to your face, because a lot of people will like glue scissors to their eye.
Like actual scissors?
Yeah, like they'll like scissors or pencils or like soda cans to their eye to make it look like it like went into their face, because like you could trip and fall and it could like actually injure you, or you could like turn and bump into something.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it just isn't safe.
Holy shit. I've never. So do you think like in movies, so if you're on a set, is stuff like that just fake?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the time it'll be like latex, like foam latex, or just something that won't actually hurt you.
Yeah.
Or if it is something that is real, they're being like monitored 24/7, like making sure that the actor's safe and that there's no way that they could bump into like a wall or trip.
Now I'm so curious about Idle Hands, where Seth Green the entire time has a bottle sticking out of his head.
Oh yeah, it's probably fake.
Okay.
Yeah, it's or like sugar glass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
something
sense.
that can break down easily.
If you ever buy anything that's foam latex, I had a friend who's a makeup artist that he made the Pennywise prosthetic for me, and I made him his wig, so we did an art trade. And we'll link him in the description too, because he has an Etsy and shit.
It was amazing.
But his stuff's amazing. Thing you need to know about foam latex: it smells like farts.
Oh,
Yeah.
It smells like farts, dude.
My car smelled like a giant fart for a month.
Yep.
And this apartment smelled like a fart.
Yeah.
Forever. James was very upset.
I'm so sorry.
We were burning
I'm so
candles
sorry.
nonstop.
We borrowed candles from our friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
We were like, we need
no.
more candles. It
No.
smells so bad. So things you should know.
Oh
if you're
my
getting one
God.
fresh, which it was an amazing piece, but that's
No.
just the thing you
No.
should know.
For anyone still living with their families, maybe
Do it.
know this.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
What, Mom? Is
Sorry,
my art.
Mom.
I think
Yeah.
we even had it in a garbage bag. Like we had a garbage bag over it, and it's
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We used to run foam in school and like we would make our own prosthetics and it was just the worst.
Yeah.
The
Does that
fucking
involve
worst.
like an oven to make those?
Yeah, you have to toss them in the oven. But like uncured foam is even worse.
Oh,
like it smells
God.
disgusting. And I think I tossed them in like a makeup bag on accident or something. I just packed it away and it just smelled like a fart.
Yeah.
It smelled like a nasty fish fart.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
Santino
God.
It's
said
like
he
sulfur.
because you usually like ideally you make stuff like that. You have a studio for that with an oven, but he was like, right now I don't have access to a specific studio. He made mine in a garbage can, which is amazing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like a
Really?
metal garbage
He
can,
made.
or-
I don't know how.
That's fucking
I just
crazy.
Learned he made it in a garbage can because he's fucking amazing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yep. Makeup artist, man.
Yeah.
I just
Dang.
love meeting artists who are like, I'm gonna make art no matter what. I'll make my art at garbage can if I have to. And it turns
Garbage
out
art.
amazing.
Garbage.
Yeah. Big Ape 32S. Who's your dream actor, actress to do makeup on? Do you have one?
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah. Why is that? Just because.
Daddy.
I mean,
His voice.
yeah.
Oh, he's so dreamy.
He just, he has like because he's in Crimson Peak.
Oh,
I think of when I think like him and
my favorite
horror
movie.
stuff. Yeah, I knew you're a big fan of
Yeah.
that movie.
Oh yeah.
He just did. Yeah, I imagine him being just.
That's like my brand of horror. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really like
Victorian horror
romantic.
kind of?
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah.
Woman in Black. Did you ever see that?
I haven't seen that yet.
That
No.
might be right up your alley then.
Okay.
I think that takes place in the same kind of time and the same kind of tone with Daniel Radcliffe. So
Into it.
I
Okay.
love
Victorian.
romantic horror, which is I count The Conjuring in that same genre where it's horror where no one dies. It's like a psychological kind of thing. Often
Yeah.
haunted house where it's more like macabre and it's not about like the gruesome kills. It's just about scary shit.
Yes.
Did you watch any of Penny Dreadful?
Oh my God. I love
Of
Penny
course.
Dreadful.
Yeah, that's what I figured. that
Oh,
kind of
so
thing.
much. Yeah. Black lipstick Frankenstein's monster when he looks like an emo kid. I love him.
Oh
Yeah.
man, we didn't finish that show, but I liked what we watched.
Oh,
I liked
the ending
Family
is
of the Green.
so bad.
Did it? Oh, it's bad. Oh
it
no!
true
Did it
blooded
not
They-
have closure?
They
or-
were like, we need to finish this. Like,
it got
fuck.
canceled, right?
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
happened.
Oh,
a lot
no.
happened in the last
a
episode
shame.
that didn't make sense. But yeah.
I don't know anything with Ava Green. I'll
Yeah.
watch.
I know
I
she's
love her.
great.
Yeah, she's so good. She's perfect for that role.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Richard.
Thank
this was
you.
so informative. Like, if people want to see more of your stuff, where can they find you?
Just Instagram, the official Ariel on Instagram. That's me. Yeah,
That's where
all.
you do a lot of Disney princess stuff, which is stuff that you've gone viral for. If
Yeah.
anyone's seen your stuff, it might have been that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BuzzFeed.
That's me.
Yes.
Yeah, but I do a little horror on there too. Like I like to mix beauty with horror. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I think
fun.
something you
too.
did. I'm trying to think of things you've done recently. You did Elizabeth Bathory, who I love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Queen.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yes.
Awful person. Yeah.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
And are you going to be coming back for Halloween Horror Nights this year?
I don't know. We'll
Okay.
see.
I hope so.
Yeah, I really want to, but
Yeah.
I just have to make a couple emails.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Is that it?
Yeah, I guess that's it for Dead Meat. You can find it on social media at Dead Meat James. That's on Twitter and Instagram, Chelsea.
You can find me at Carebeck. That's CareBecc on Twitter and Instagram. And we have merchandise at deadmeatstore.com.
And just make sure that you rate and review us on whatever podcast app or site that you're listening to this through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, 5 stars preferably. We're not going to force you to, but
You probably should, though.
it's helpful. Cool. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, and thank you, Richard, again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yay.
First interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dead Meat Podcast.